So I actually started in insurance right out of college. I went to work for an insurance carrier in kind of a typical inside sales agent kind of role. Worked there about 2.5 years or so, and then had an opportunity to join kind of a family friend who owned and operated his own captive agency, and spent about a year there when I got a call from Mary, of all people, who's now my partner here at Capstone.
So my background in insurance is that I worked for an agency in Eastern Iowa. They're an assurance broker, Cunningham and Butler, and I was looking for a job. At the time, my husband works for Enterprise and was being transferred around to different branches, and I worked for a trucking company in Des Moines as my first job out of college. I wasn't sure I wanted to stay in that field, but as it so happens, that's a part of something that Cunningham is known for, is selling truck insurance. And so I walked in, I was 24 years old, I basically only knew what the back of a trailer looked like, and I said, hey, I guess I'll consider a career in insurance.
I started in insurance on the carrier side with Principal Financial Group. Was a benefits counselor, would go out and enroll people into their 401k plans, and I was told I'd travel all over the country. I didn't travel as much as I would have liked, but it was a fun experience and a lot of training and communications that came with that job. And then I jumped over to the broker world with Holmes Murphy, and I was an employee benefits producer, so got to see a very different side of the industry. And from that, I jumped to Capstone to recruit for insurance.
Got into recruiting, kind of working alongside insurance. First, it was all recruiting, placement of people. Probably 5 or 6 years ago, we started to develop some consulting, which kind of brings me back into actually being inside the walls of some of these insurance organizations.
So much of what I learned there, so much of what I learned about the business helped me move into recruiting, which is ultimately what we do, is insurance recruiting.
What I always say is it's much more enjoyable on this side of the desk, because when I was delivering increases for group health insurance, nobody wanted to take my telephone call, or if I showed up at the front door, they all ran for the back door, and now people actually call me. So it's been a nice blend and transition to be on this side of the desk.